Isn't he gorgeous?
Look at you, do little traipse, little sachet. What do you call it, parade?
Parading.
Shall we say, look at these people parading.
Parading down the block.
Anyway, it's a beautiful day. It's Friday. It's August the 22nd.
That's it.
So the afternoon, we haven't done this in a while, so we thought, you know what, we're going to get out, we're going to walk around, show you the hood, point some things out to you, take your thoughts and comments, have you join us with whatever inane comments you have to make. It's a beautiful day today, absolutely. It's wonderful. Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Beautiful
Look at
day.
this. Look at you.
Let's start traipsing.
Yes, traipse indeed.
Let's traipse.
All right, let's traipse. Hang on, I'm going to show you something here. And let me show you this.
Very
Okay,
sunny.
I want to show you this right on. This, if ever you've watched Rick Beato, well, good, we got a 5x5. Excellent, excellent. Whenever you watch Rick Beato, B-E-A-T-O, he will oftentimes have discussions, hang on, at the power station. And this is it, the famous power station. This is one of the best, the most famous recording studios. Didn't you work here when you were a young gal? No, what was it? Not power station, it was Hit Factory. Yes, Mrs. L was during her youth, but this is a very, very...
Power Station was John Lennon. It was one of his last places he was at, Power Station.
Yes.
Mastering before that fateful evening.
That's right. John Lennon, I don't know, would it be that one?
I think, well, he was going between this and Electric Lady Studios, which is the
Yes. Electric Ladyland, and then on 57th where Barbat used to be was another one. This was, then there's the Gibson, I think Gibson was Power Station, wasn't it? Where Gibson is on 54th, was that it? And then right around the corner,
This was always over there.
yeah, but where Gibson, the guitar company is,
That's
I think that was Power Station. No, not Power Station, it was
I can't pick that.
Hit Factory.
Hit Factory used to be up
Yes,
on 54, up the street.
there you go. Also, right around the corner from here is where, what am I trying to say, is where The Exorcist was filmed. Now let me show you something here. This is really interesting here. You see this? This is a famous, in fact, who was it? Joe Rogan was talking about something similar to this. This is an AT&T station. Now look at this. No windows. Designed to be able to handle nuclear attack, nuclear bombs, nuclear whatever. It goes all the way to the bottom. There's not one window. You never see anybody. And this is believed to be an NSA / Google / let's cross.
They admitted to that a few years ago. Yeah.
Well, we read something about it, but this is where all of the metadata, it is believed, where all of your phone calls and data and emails and texts and everything. You never see anybody come in or out. But look at this. This is completely nuclear bomb proof, and it goes down into a basement area. It's fascinating. Want to take a left and then walk, and then we'll
Let's get in the shade a little
get in
bit.
the shade. It's hot
I
today.
love these trees. I hope they never cut
Yes.
down the frame or wake up and cut
I don't know if you
down.
could hear Mrs. L in the background. I wanted to have this on so you
I
can.
think people can hear me.
Anyway, how's everybody doing? Let's do a roll call. Where is everybody now? Where is everybody, friends? Someone asks, are we in the ghetto? Hardly.
Somebody asked if we're in the ghetto?
We're in the ghetto.
Yeah.
You know, honey, it's funny. They're trying to be funny.
I guess.
This little dog right here, always
Dressed for the season.
dressed for the season.
He's going scuba diving.
Scuba diving, always sits there.
Underwater.
This is one of the many, many little, what do you want to call it? Little local community theaters and the like. This joint up here is very good. This place is called Frina. And this is, I believe they're Israeli. It used to be called Taboon.
A lot of shops.
It's just so beautiful. Isn't it now great? See, I could eat outside now. It's cool. It's
Shady.
very shady. A lot of shady people, too, by the way. But this
There's
is
neighborhood people right now. I don't see too many shady people.
but this is taboo. Well, Shady's up here. We're gonna walk by. Let's walk by.
Take a right and go by Dots.
Yeah, or we can walk by. Check out this crew up here. They really don't. They don't hurt anybody, but they're like the neighborhood usuals. They just sit there all day long.
I don't
And
know
they.
if I want to walk this.
All right. Okay. I know you're not a big.
Let's go down this way.
We're gonna head towards. We'll do our usual river walk. On the west side of Manhattan, as they say, Manhattan, Hell's Kitchen. By the way, shout out to my sister, who's a shut-in. She's only allowed to watch this for periods of time when they usually normally titrate anxiolytics in a consistent IV drip.
Watch this way, so you get hit here.
Look at this.
That's the little
This is a little community garden. Isn't this beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? This is a group of people. May we walk around in here? Thank you, sir. I think this is wonderful. This is an oasis. Thank you for this. It's wonderful. We're just going to take a look. Look at this.
Well, it's always locked when we come by.
It's always locked. Explain to folks how it works, honey. How it works.
Well, usually we have community gardens around the city, and they belong either to one or two apartment buildings, and the tenants take turn or co-op owners, maintaining the gardens. Weeding, planting. They have their little shed over there.
See, I love
They keep
these.
their gardening tools, and,
I love these back doors. This reminds me of the old time.
and it's locked, so you have to have a key to get
yes,
in.
yes.
There's picnic tables.
Good afternoon. Isn't that wonderful? See?
Yeah.
And I love about it. See, there's a part I like old
And all these slates and brick sidewalks.
slates.
Brick sidewalk.
There we go. I love,
Don't you feel like you're in the middle of the country?
yes, I love old New York. I love the sound of it. See the old water towers? This is where Legionnaires start. See up there? This is where the Legionella comes from.
Listen, a lot of people uptown are, 5 died.
Yes.
It's not funny.
And Al Sharpton and Ben Crump are in there. Al Sharpton used to be the guy who was in charge of all of the, I don't know what this is,
Well, it goes with the theater over there. But
Yes.
I wonder what they're doing.
but Al Sharpton used to be the man, and he was kind of out of commission for a while. It is so funny, ladies and germs. I think Ed Schultz used to live around
Yeah,
here.
he lived in Avalon.
Yeah, the great Ed Schultz. Loved him. He and his wife, Wendy. Great, great people. Really liked them a lot. Such a tragedy. Such a tragedy. Here's Dots, everybody.
I'm ready for some guys.
I'm ready for some Dots. They got a vegan pastrami that I absolutely, I don't know what the hell that was, but it was great.
Maybe on the way back.
Coastal flooding, honey. Coastal.
Tonight here?
Yeah.
Are you kidding? Look at the sky.
Anywho, Al Sharpton has been, So here's the deal. MSDNC has been pretty much amputated from NBC. The peak,
MSN now.
yeah, right. It's My Source Now. So
My
they keep
Source
the
News.
mic, but they told them lose the NBC. They don't even have. They're not going to be in 30 Rock. They may have to go to maybe somewhere like on 47th or something. ABC is having all kinds of problems with their Hudson Yards property. I've been reading about elevator disasters, and they hate it. They went from Times Square to Hudson Yards, or Hudson, that area. CNN is there, they moved. It's just falling apart. It is absolutely falling apart. And I am thrilled beyond explication. I despise those people.
There's a horse
There we go, there's a horse. There's the.
coming out of the stable.
This is what they're trying to get rid of. We love these horses. We support you. 100%. You're an absolute wonderful addition. God love these people. I'm serious. We support these people. This is our favorite tire place. I took you to Cyber Tire.
We go on dates to the side.
We should go to Darby. Yeah.
But look, look.
Ladies and gentlemen, the inimitable John Everett, ladies and gentlemen.
Gosh, Lionel and his beautiful.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
You were such a hit last night. Don't mean to interrupt, sir. You were such a hit
Mr.
last night.
Epstein.
Mr. Epstein, how are you, sir? The one and only.
You got it. How are you?
Excellent. Anyway, good to see you, my friend.
Likewise.
Enjoy the beautiful day. Yes, yes, yes. See that? See, honey, that's the local.
That's Epstein's paints.
Epstein's paint. Wow.
That's his shop.
Wow. The Epstein's paints.
Yes. Flooring.
Wasn't this a
That used to be around the corner.
soba place or something?
No, that
No,
used
really?
to be around the corner years ago.
Okay.
9th. They moved. See, very local neighborhood.
Yes.
There's another community garden they're building over there. Look at they're building
Yep.
that one.
They're doing that.
So a lot more are coming.
I like. People come by. Old John.
There's NYPD, Waze.
People come by. It's a tire place. This joint here, used to be a place where you could buy bulletproof vehicles. They sold. You could buy limos that were heavily armored. And it's very, very interesting. Let's walk over here by the stables. You see, there's a movement by these leftist commie rat bastards who want to remove. We can go. Where do you want to go? Straight?
Let's go through the park. What do you want to do?
Why don't we cross and then take the shade
I
side?
gotta get in the shade.
Get in the shade. Anyway, there's this move
I don't wanna be by that
to get rid of.
disgusting studio.
Right. You know what this is over here? This, I've shown this before. This is the Daily Show. This stupid. By the way, Goose Down, thank you so much.
Come out of the street.
I'm sorry if I'm not. Why don't we walk down this side so we can show the stables? I know this. Subway open 24 hours. They make their bread on the premises. This place is there's always something going on.
Oh, the smell of earth.
I love that smell of horse shit. Horse shit, leather, tack. And when this, yeah, nobody wants the bikes. This is called City Bike, or as we call it, Shitty Bike. This place I would love one day to go in. This is everything for welding. This has been here since whenever we drive up here, I see these. They're loading the propane or butane, whatever you use for welding. This has been here since 1943. Closed, come back.
No public restroom.
Right. Ooh, you smell that?
Well, that's what we're approaching.
I know.
Straight ahead.
Remember the movie Taxi, this TV show Taxi, where their garage was? That was all West Side, right around here. Hell's Kitchen. Now up here is where all of the street vendors, the dirty water dogs, pretzels. This is where they meet. They service their fare. Ooh, it's a nice parking lot. That's worth a lot. That's worth a fortune right there. You know what parking goes for a month in this city? In a building? Yes. Parking. You can't believe it. Now this, here we go. This is where the horses are. You can really smell it. No, don't you love that smell? Seriously. I love it.
I just know they take very good care of
I
them.
love it. They're all down there. This is the Clinton Park Stables Association.
People should just live.
I love this. I know, I love this. There's a man who, I do not believe English is his first language, but he's hardworking. God bless him.
Pardon the
Guarding the horses. They're all out today. Up here is where the, I think it's not Amazon, but what's the other food place where they all meet? They're always, the amount of work.
Fresh Direct.
Fresh Direct, yes. This is one of their hubs. Now coming up as we move, we're moving towards the West Side Highway, or West, as people call it. This is, oh, we feel the breeze from the river. This is the Hudson River. And this, right here to our right, is going to be the largest. Honey, Michael George is here, by the way, just want to let you know. Doesn't it sound like you should know who he is?
That sounds like, not sure.
Like George Michael. Yes, this is where all of these people bust their hump. Anyway, this, explain to people, I don't know if you can hear Mrs. L. This is the largest, what do you want to call it? Let's see if we can make it. Let's go halfway at least. This is, yes, this guy's going to be, I don't know who these bastards think they are with this. You know, they feel, no. No, that's not a handicap scooter. That's a locomotion scooter. But they feel like they don't have to follow any rules because they're not really a car.
Aren't they acting handicapped?
Damn right. Damn right. West Side Highway. Now we're looking uptown, ladies and gentlemen. Uptown towards the GWB. This is funky architecture. The day is absolutely beautiful. Beauteous.
Now, which way do you want to go?
This is one of your favorite eyesores.
No, do not
This is
show
the
that.
Hustler Club.
No, do not show that piece of film.
God
Trash
knows.
place. Do not show that.
She hates that. Listen, I have an open mind, but I'll be damned if I can understand sitting there spending money as women pretend they like you. You want to go left or right? Here. Let me go right.
Unless you want to go down by the frying pan.
Nah, that's a long way, don't you think? There's more trees over here.
Whatever you want.
I think we should go right. The frying pan is our favorite little joint.
Well, they knocked it like that in this movie studio. They
Yeah, but there's also that nice little park that we went last time. Anyway, I'm sorry I'm not reading. We've got about 190. Got about 200 people watching. Don't forget to like this, folks. We need your likes. We need your likes. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. There we go. Say hi, honey. There we go. She's saying hi. She's always responsible. Not I, mind you. Well, yeah. There we go. Now we're talking. You know, I have been in more Teslas through car services. And by the way, I am a Lyft devotee. Lyft, L-Y-F-T, is such a great deal when they have that wait and save. Rather than get the car immediately, you hit wait and save. And you can wait sometimes. They say up to 15 minutes. The car's always there. So much cheaper. Identical to Uber. The Uber drivers are Lyft drivers and vice versa. In any event, I've been in more Teslas. They have the worst suspension. They are a box. They are, don't care for them. Don't care. Tattoos, 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 tattoos. I despise tattoos.
This is 57th Street. Notice how they make the walking lane very narrow. There's
Yes.
all this space for
Yes.
scooters and bicycles.
Scooters are mine, I know. They didn't spray today. You don't see any clouds, but it's very, very blue. Ladies and gentlemen, if you believe in geoengineering, we call them chemtrails. Well, I don't call them, but you might. Give us a 1. Do you ever see geoengineering, stratospheric injections? No, I'm just standing here. I'm behind you. Stratospheric injections in your neighborhood, in your state, in your city. Streaks, those gauzy-like ribbons of strontium, barium, aluminum. Don't forget our good friend Dane Wigington at geoengineeringwatch.org. Geoengineeringwatch.org, ladies and germs. But they're not spraying today, and it's beauteous. By the way, for those of you who are members, I've got a video dropping at about 6-ish. Members can go now and read it. And it details the fact that we, supposedly the MAGA group, of which I guess I am titularly involved, we're supposed to be these conspiracy people who worry about, you know, spirit cooking and pizza this and that and Podesta and Abramovich and all this crap. And plus, there's a number of people who are phonies. I don't want to mention their names. I don't want to give them any attention. But they spend their whole time online stirring this and conjuring and exacerbating and muddying the waters. Everything from, you know, references to, dare I say, oxidized adrenaline. I think you know what I'm talking about. And what they do is they make us sound like we're lunatics. Okay, here's the denouement. So right now you would think with all of this, the fact that Trump's in power and everybody's in power, you would think that finally we would get to the bottom of these cabals, right? These consortia of pederasts and pedophiles and hebophiles and chronophiles and these predatory. No, we don't do anything. They don't do anything because they're responsible for the biggest cover-up and limited hangout. Did you see this Pam Bondi? Pam Bondi is all of a sudden saying, well, we went to the court and Senior Judge Berman in the Southern District, and I agree with him 100%, says, no, I'm not going to release grand jury information. If you want to release it, you're the Department of Justice. I mentioned this on Sean Atwood yesterday. You release it. This is a limited hangout. So now they're blaming Clinton and the courts when in fact they should be releasing it. And I'm sorry to tell you this, my friends, but if you don't understand the fix is in, this is a limited hangout. These are the people who are basically saying, well, it's not us, it's the court. Pam Bondi came out with these little tidbits and morsels. Here we go, honey, see? These tidbits and morsels, things like, it's a list. No, it's a log. Want to walk around this and then, it's a list. No, it's a log. No, it's a file. And then Dershowitz said, no, it's a document. You see what they're doing? They're tantalizing you with these little microscopic, seemingly important nothings that they're releasing. And what they're doing is they're playing you and me for fools. At least they're trying to. Release your DOJ stuff, period. Remember during Watergate, remember how they said, oh, this is a 2-bit burglary. They got in front of it. They said, yeah, we had something. It was a 2-bit burglary. That's a limited hangout. That's a limited hangout where they said, yeah, this is what happened, but they didn't give you the whole story. That's what she's doing. And yet she always has time to go on Sean Hannity and how about Kristi Noem, honey, who decided we're going to paint the walls black.
Okay.
How about electrifying them? What's the matter?
A million kids missing.
Millions of kids missing. Who's with me on this one? By the way, like this.
Maybe you should explain this construction. Is this new sound stages? They really think they're making.
Funny, it's not much of a.
Well, they're making movies and TV shows.
This is going to be one of the great sources of studios. Maybe we'll sit here. There's a little, what's that called? A pergament? What's it called?
Pergola.
Pergola. Pergament's, I think, is a drugstore.
This is where Father Lloyd said they used to swim. They used to jump in. And
Yeah. This is Pier 95.
There's a tree down there.
Yep,
Maybe
that's where we should go. Now, I want you to listen very, very carefully to what I'm saying. We are constantly being portrayed as lunatics. Constantly. We're the ones who told everybody. Remember those lunatics, or one in particular? There's this one dame, I'm not going to mention her name. She did more to hurt the cause. She mentioned everything from, they were bringing zombified kids on the Comfort, and then they were selling kids on Wayfair. I mean, just one stupid story after another that made us look like fools. And then when it happened, sit down, honey.
Should I check for pigeons above this?
I'll check for pigeons.
Make sure.
There we go. So anyway,
There we go.
look at this, huh? There we are, sitting on our beautiful, tell everybody what you did. Can you hear her, by the way? I hope you can. Tell everybody what you did yesterday, the black poster.
Oh, the most incredible, impactful visual you will ever see.
If you can hear her, give me a one.
Yeah,
Give me a
make sure
one.
people can hear me first.
Go ahead, say something here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can people hear me?
Yep, good,
People can hear me?
good, good, good.
So yesterday, August 21st, was National Fentanyl Prevention and Awareness Day in the United States. Somebody in the United States dies every 6 minutes from fentanyl poisoning. It is not an overdose, it is poison. Poison created by the CCP, created China, the precursors. Why we don't shut this down, but that's for another program. Shipped then to Mexico. We're blaming the cartels right now for bringing this all into our country, but the root of it is China, okay? So, the National Prevention Day yesterday, a wonderful mom, Dee Gillen, lost her son Scott 8 years ago. And she created all on her own, out of her own pocket, the Black Poster Project. She lives in New Jersey. With that, other moms saw her
Just put that kind of like in your ear.
saw her on Facebook, and they'd say, "Oh, can I have my son or daughter a black poster?" And she started creating these. Now she's got a team with the wonderful Dawn Pizzolatto. I recommend you go to the Linds Warriors YouTube channel and look for my interview with Dee Gillen and Dawn Pizzolatto. They displayed, we started out in Times Square yesterday with a military flyover. We had a Marine band, we had the DHS, we had the...
DEA?
Well, I'm getting there.
Okay, sorry.
Department of Homeland Security, we had the Border Patrol, we had NYPD, FDNY, we had first responders, we had our great colleagues at the DEA, Drug Enforcement Administration, and we had the parents and family members, organizations and advocates working to spread awareness about fentanyl, the #1 killer of 18 to 45-year-olds. I think every media outlet, every person, every family member, every business, every school, every place of worship should be talking about this. This is the intentional poisoning of America. So I say wake up. So we started out in Times Square. We did a major press conference. The movement is 4 years old. It has grown by leaps and bounds since last year, a year ago. Then we had a solemn march from Grand Central Station to St. Patrick's Cathedral. And when I say every child and every adult in America should see the display, every pew in St. Patrick's was covered with a poster of one of these lost angels to fentanyl poisoning. And it is the most, nobody speaks. It is the most overpowering visual. And people are visual, right? They respond to pictures and just visual, right? To see parents kneeling in front of their children's poster, or to see siblings, it is just so incredible. So I want a great big shout out and commending the Black Poster Project, started of course by moms, because we get the work done out there, and growing by leaps and bounds. Should you want a poster, have a family member, it's not just you get one. Dee and her team, they meet with you, they research, every poster has a story. It's a very in-depth, around-the-clock movement. I commend all of you. I know that they're presenting next week in Miami. They were in Montclair last month. They're really growing. And I will say a great big shout out to our colleagues at the DEA. They always show up for the Warriors when we ask them to. No matter how busy they are, they will come and make presentations, talk to kids. So great big kudos to them. But this is really something, the fentanyl, that we have to talk about, because they're cutting it into everything. And the problem is the kids, the awareness, they're still buying with 2 clicks drugs on Snapchat. And they're dying by a pencil point worth, or a half a pill they take, and they think is a Percocet or something, an Oxy. And sloppily created.
And
with-
sometimes aspirin or something
even
else.
aspirin. But the other thing they wanted to point out yesterday, I want everybody to know, people fight me on this when I occasionally write about, blog about, do a newsletter about, or posting about marijuana. The harms of marijuana, you know what? It is harmful to a young brain. Harmful to any brain, but harmful.
This strain.
Well, that's what I'm getting to.
Okay.
These chemicals, this manufactured, okay? Everybody yesterday working in law enforcement, DEA, wants you to know a lot of the marijuana, most of it bought off the streets, is cut with fentanyl. That's what they're doing, and it is killing. All these psychotic breaks, especially with teenage boys we know about and have cases. So we should be concentrating on this in America. America first, but don't get me started. Christy Noem, where are all the missing kids? Our American missing kids and all these kids that were brought over the border. We don't know where they are.
Unaccompanied.
Well, unaccompanied, but we know the story there, and we know truckloads picking up 10, 20 kids at a time, not vetted.
What's the number of illegals in this country today?
Listen, nobody really knows the number, but I am told it could be 20 million. So whatever they put out there maybe 10 million. I'm told closer to 20 million. But that's so our focus should be on these issues. And in the meantime,
America.
But in the meantime, our youth, what's the future of America? Our future adults, our children, our future leaders, our children. They're watching all this. And everybody wonders why we have the youth mental health crisis. Our kids are isolating and now talking to chatbots and all that. I mean, this is out of control.
Explain that one, this chatbot story.
Well, a chatbot is just somebody online who appears. It is a fake AI generated, artificial intelligence generated. You can create, there's a program called Character AI for free. You can create a bot that can take the image of a Disney character or a Harry Potter character, and you can start communicating with it. So it gets to know your feelings, your likes, your dislikes, where you live, where do you go to school, who's in your family, what you eat. And you know what? Oops, we have a little bit of a helicopter going over there.
That's right.
Oh, that's like one of those military helicopters patrolling the Hudson. Okay,
Yeah.
They passed, okay. So these bots, kids are increasingly, and their kids are curious, adults are curious, but kids are curious, so they're gonna wanna see what the bot does as they talk to it, develop a relationship with it. But the thing is, if you have any kind of underlying problem, right? We have kids harming themselves. I'll just leave it at that. We have algorithms. We have kids harming their parents, harming their siblings. There was a presentation yesterday. I was not able to be in Washington. I was invited by the National Center on Missing and Exploited Children because I was in New York with the DEA and everybody for National Fentanyl. Community Creates Change in the community yesterday. The presentation was on, I'm digressing a little bit, and I really wish I could have been there for this one, how now the predators, online are creating the most violent, let me just turn this off here, conversations with children, getting the children, they're just not exploiting them anymore. They're getting them to do horrific deeds and harm those around them or their pets. So this is not about privacy, shutting down. This is about a national security threat. And again, I go back to the fentanyl. Why are we allowing this intentional poisoning of America? 18 to 45, that is basically our youth. I don't understand it.
What is the Trump administration doing? Are you satisfied with what the Trump administration is doing?
I'm not.
Who cares about this? Whatever.
I mean, they're better than what was. I have to say that. But
a bot is better than what was.
But,
that's a given.
But I am really afraid, and I'm very vocal about it. In Washington, they're very concerned about the global presence, the global leader, the global everything. And I always say we can have all that global, but in the meantime, we also have all of the America first and our kids and our families. And even, getting back to the fentanyl, let me use the example of New Jersey. Governor Phil Murphy, it strains me to say that, but there was several $100 million allotted for healthcare recovery facilities for addiction, okay? Remember, all of this, whether it's trafficking, addiction, alcohol, is because somebody is feeling vulnerable, isolated, perhaps left out, right? So kids turn to drugs, or they turn to somebody online who tells them they're pretty or handsome. But anyway, several $100 million was designated to go earmarked directly to recovery facilities, right, which they're always struggling with beds and things like that. Governor Phil Murphy took that bulk of money and gave it, is my understanding, I learned yesterday, to just a couple of hospitals in New Jersey with no transparency, no accountability, and said, here, you 3 or 5 hospitals, I don't know the number offhand, don't hold me, accountable for that, it's 3 or 5, take the money and do what you want with it. And that money was earmarked for. So how does this make families in America feel if you have an addicted child, a loved one, you're trying to get a bed in a recovery facility? Why do they do this? Why is everything mostly counterproductive? These are the issues people in America care about, right? Crime, families, kids, education. Really, I'm sorry, not all that other stuff. This is the national security threat. We are from within our own worst enemies. You know that?
America first.
America first.
I'm very
tough on it. I talk about it all the time.
Of this administration, it's like, what are you doing? Let me also ask, you don't have to join in. Are you with me? Has Trump turned the Oval Office into the tackiest Cracker Barrel gift shop look? What is this about? What did he put on the fireplace? This gold inlay filigree or whatever. What?
Okay.
And this and the back the rose garden. They pulled that out to put like what? Some kind of a food court? I don't say somebody's backyard. You should have one of those bouncy toys.
Listen,
jeez.
I may not like aesthetically the way that looks. However, I don't care about that. If he gets the job done and his team gets the job done, it's better than what we had. He is making tremendous strides, right? Change is never liked, right? We need a little chaos to get to places. I don't care about he has gold loving cups on the mantle. I mean, it does look
Come on.
a little trashy. They
Who
probably wouldn't
agrees
invite
with
me
me?
back, but that's okay.
Who agrees with me?
It's
If
a
you
little.
think it's
it's
tacky, hit one.
I think showing
If
off
you
a
think-
closet of hats and shelves of hats was
What is this, a merch room?
But that's how he is. He's a showman.
if you agree with me,
Let
hit
it go.
one.
No, let it go.
It's tacky. Come on.
Listen, I rather that than what we had a year ago. I'll take it anytime.
You don't
Sell
have to
your
keep
hats.
saying that. I know
No,
that.
because it was so. I don't want anybody to ever forget what was done in the last administration.
gonna forget.
What was done to kids. What was done with our. I mean, Trump closed down the borders as the biggest thing. I believe he won the election. In my
Did he ever
opinion.
do anything with the auto pen? No. Did he ever follow up with Hillary?
Maybe he's
No.
working on. He closed the
There's
borders. The biggest thing he could have done was doing that and going after what they're doing. A lot of child predators.
When was the last time you saw mass deportations in terms of being on planes dropped off?
Well, they're talking
Great,
about.
you're going
they're
to a
talking.
Home Depot and Encino and picking up a couple of people.
Oh,
That's not what I want.
Okay, but they're talking about it and they're doing some
Who's
things.
with me on this? You with me?
They
Hit
closed
one if
the
you're with me.
borders. Let it play out a little bit.
Where's Tom
Let-
Homan? Where's Mr. Tough Guy?
Not
Where is
sure.
this guy? They're here. They're great, and they're gone. What about your boyfriend, Dan? Not you. Yours, Dan Bongino.
You're my only boyfriend.
That little, yeah, damn right. That little, from the bottom.
That was terrible. When you're in a power position, here goes another helicopter, a little noisy, but can you imagine you're given this power position and you go online? There's a very interesting article. I have to find it and send it to you. It was some very odd, maybe a European something periodical I read very early this morning. About now there is no more how should I phrase this? Everybody puts so much online. There's no more mystique. No.
Mystery.
I'm not really saying it the right way, but so everybody now is acclimated, habituated to doing this. But for somebody like a Don Bongino to say, I'm shaken to my core.
Dan, honey.
Dan Bongino.
Who cares?
Dan, Don. Some people I tune out. I'm shaken to my core. Even if you feel like that, you don't go out in the public, okay, when you're part of the administration and talk like that.
About
at
how
all.
hard he's got to work and his wife, and we got to get there. It's like, what do you think this is? Henry Kissinger, when he was Secretary of State and National Security Advisor, he lived at the White House. It's like 24 hours a day. Trump's working hard, and this little baby.
Yeah, I will say something about the administration because they told me, various members of it, they work until they can't stand up anymore, and they all love their jobs, and they just want to be there all day and all night.
And you know a lot of these people,
Yes.
and they're great,
And they work
hardworking
7
young
days a
people.
week.
They are terrific.
And they are committed. And one poor guy told me, I work until my contact lenses start sticking to my eyeball. I'm like, what? He said, no, that's the truth. I work every night, could be 10, 11 at night, until it starts sticking, and then I know it's time to go
What
home.
is that like going to the White House? She's been more than me.
I have
What
to
is that
I have to
like?
tell you, I feel very privileged to have entree, and I feel this is the people's house, and I feel like it's, you know, kind of the seat of our country, and I just feel very honored to be there and to talk with people, and listen, I just feel very honored.
See, I'm impatient. I'm impatient. You probably got that impression. I want to get down to brass tacks. I want to be his Torquemada. I want to be his Cesare Mori. I want to be his Beria. I want to be his the bad guy, the tough guy, the Haldeman and Ehrlichman, the real.
Well,
you know, Susie Wiles. What a waste.
Listen, I'm sure you could be that if you wanted to.
She is such. Oh, they promised. She's with the Ballard Corporation.
Yeah, that scared me. That scared me when I.
And don't give me this stuff about the Epstein files. Let me say this again. It's very simple. You're the Department of Justice. Release the files. Who's with me? Hit 1 if you're with me. Damn it. Who's with me?
Yeah, that was a big faux pas with everything. That whole.
It was stupid. No, but I'm saying you don't have to go to the grand jury. You're in charge of the Department of Justice. Do it. But you can't, because there's a lot of people who aren't gonna. Because Epstein is deeper and bigger. It wasn't just about. See, we have these distractions. Let me tell you something. I'm saying this, not you, but I told you this before. The two most exciting, and I don't agree with a lot of what they say, but the two most exciting commentators of the sort is Laura Loomer and Nick Fuentes. Now, again, I think some of her Middle East positions are insane, but that's not it. Nick Fuentes said, I'm leaving. Where is MAGA? Where is America First? What are you doing? I'm with him 100% on that. I'm with him 100%. Not everything. We need to have somebody. But what they do is they want to go on Sean Hannity. They want to go on Sean Hannity. How many times a day? Because I'm stuck in the newsroom, the studio at WABC, and I get to see these stupid monitors, and they're there for other people to watch. And how many times do I have to see Bobby Kennedy Jr. and Pete Hegseth doing pull-ups? What are you, children? Little boys?
I read today the average age, I don't know if it's true because we can't believe anything we read really unless we wrote it ourselves. The average age of the Fox viewer is 69.
You know it's a square root of 69, right? 8 something.
Why don't you show everybody the water?
All right, hang on.
I forget, we're facing backwards.
We're not facing back.
Well, I mean, you know.
See the helicopter?
A lot of helicopters patrolling here today. Huh?
This is the Hudson.
Up and down they're going. Jersey across the way.
Where is that? Weehawken or Edgewater?
That over there is North Bergen going into Edgewater.
This, people thought it was a FEMA. Can you see the ship leaving?
Oh, it's backing up.
Can you see the ship? Can you see it backing up?
I didn't hear it. The horns. They usually toot those horns.
We hear those horns.
They didn't do it this time. That's weird.
Can you see this? Yes or no? Can you see it?
Norwegian Cruise Lines, NCL on the top of it.
Yeah.
How come they didn't? They always beep those loud things. No, that's
Remember that? What was that Disney thing? When you wish upon a star. Anyway, do you see this long piece?
It'll come this way, and then it turns around. I believe they go up to the George Washington Bridge and they turn around.
Well, look at this. They believe this was a FEMA kind of
holding facility, right?
Yeah.
Well, don't you think it is? I mean, what's going on? I've never seen any action there. What goes on in there? I don't know.
Sparky, by the way.
I don't know.
Sparky, I wish I could read your, I agree, but the scourge of fentanyl, I agree with you 100%. Thank you for that.
What did Sparky say?
I don't know. See, it shows me, it flashes the comment. I'm not in front of the camera or the laptop. So, but anyway, I thank you. But you're right. Listen, CIA, Intel, you know how this is.
No, but that looks like a holding facility.
Well, it could be.
Well, what is it? I've never seen people going, coming. I can't find it listed anywhere.
This is far more.
I cannot find it.
I don't want to say conspiratorial.
No.
I'm always very, very.
I question more.
You question everything. You suspect nothing. Can you see the top? Look at the top of
You'll
the
see. It'll pull out in a minute.
Norwegian Cruise Line.
It'll go in front of us. I'm telling you, that's what they do. They turn around.
They're going to back up there.
That's what they usually do. I'm just surprised they didn't honk the horn.
Absolutely. I cannot tell you how beautiful today is. I'm going to do more of this. I'm going to just go out and do my lives here. This is just. Because whenever it comes off of the Hudson, It's nice and breezy.
Yeah, it's a nice breeze today.
Tell everybody how much fun we had in at Ort Farms. What was that place called? I can never remember the name
Long
of that.
Valley, Washington
Long Valley.
Township, New Jersey. It was great.
I
It's
got
just,
my corn. I got my.
but it wasn't that. It was just nice to see people
It
relaxing.
was America.
Lots of families, just enjoying with kids, which is what we like to see. You know, picking out the flowers, and across the street on their property, they have the pony rides and all that. People were having picnics on the tables. Kids were, petting zoo. That's what we like. That's America.
Everybody was there. There was a very nice Muslim family. You got to hand it to the Muslim women walking around with all those veils. It was hotter than hell.
I have no comment about that.
No, I think listen, I like that. I like the fact that somebody shows. Now, granted, if it completely supplants the American way,
I don't know. If
don't
I went
want
to their
that.
country, I couldn't walk around bareheaded. I'd have to put a veil
Well, it depends
on.
what their country is. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's just. What I'm trying to say is that it was a beautiful admixture of American blending. Everybody's family fun. I'm kind of
No, but that's just it.
Whenever I see somebody though who was a part of a religious belief, this person is not going to be in some CVS stealing Tide Pods.
No.
This person is not going to be at a Chipotle or Carnival Cruise with a bunch of bonnet-wearing LaFondas. I love that. Somebody called it LaFonda. You know what? Have you noticed how the bonnet has replaced the hoodie in terms of the guard?
There's pigeons coming after
The
me.
uniform. I know. You see this? Look at that.
Go, I don't have any food. Go away. Looking for food.
Let me tell you, if you want to see the results of a culture gone bad, look at the UK.
Horrible.
I mean, there are. Listen, it's one
Awful.
thing. It's one thing to have. Let me make sure. You're not right now. Trying to check our battery life here. This is just so beauteous. But before we get to that, we have this thing called the First Amendment that has to be abided by, as it were. But this administration, we're up to what, 220 days or whatever. I want something. Name one person who's been indicted, arrested of note, other than President Trump. Oh, by the way, you know
John
how
Bolton, they raided his house this morning at 7 a.m. Did you see
Who?
that? John Bolton. FBI raided his
I
house.
missed that.
How did you miss this?
Oh, 'cause
I
I'm
forgot to
busy.
mention, I
Oh
was busy
my
too.
God.
His wife was like throwing a t-shirt at the front door. FBI raided 7 a.m. this morning.
Good, wonderful, that rat
And he was seen
bastard.
at his office in D.C. and with FBI agents. They were wearing the FBI jackets. So
Good.
we'll have to follow up. I
How
don't
does
know.
it feel, JB? How does it feel? I love it.
Why'd they wait till 7? You
Stand.
should go at 5. I guess that ship went the other way. I think I was wrong. Usually they go up and turn around, but it's disappeared. It must have gone straight.
See, everybody
Straight out
thinks
to
this is
sea.
just a distraction. You can't say everything is a distraction. You can't ask for something to happen, and then when it happens, you say it's a distraction.
Well, remember John Bolton wrote that horrible book about, I believe he was only in the Trump administration for 7 months or so.
You know who else is horrible? Michael Wolff.
Oh, he's another one.
Another one, too, is that
And they do anything for a buck, these people.
Scaramucci.
He's disgusting.
I despise him.
They're all disgusting. And that's what they did to Trump. Remember, nobody should forget that. That first administration, he thought he'd run it like a business. He'd hire people who have been in government. They know what they're doing. They all cozied up to...
Yeah.
No, and then they turned on him
Look
or
at
they
Alina
were...
Habba. How about that one?
I don't know. She got kicked to the
Lena,
curb.
She's done. Finished.
Yeah.
Se la mamá, te jodiste. Gone. And also, and when they didn't, you know, when the New York, the appellate court, the first department, reversed the fine, it didn't throw the case out against
No.
Letitia James. It just said this is too much. But how about Letitia James? I think they're very.
She put a
serious.
statement, just your statement. It still stands. The fraud,
They still can't operate businesses in New York, but they stayed that pending an appeal to the Court of Appeals, which is our Supreme Court. In any event, I don't see the
That's what I'm saying. It must have. They usually go up to the bridge and turn around, but it must have gone straight out towards the sea.
I hope to God
Interesting.
they do something. Hillary Clinton,
N-
Bill
Did
Clinton.
you see Bill shuffling into a bookstore
Yeah.
and
Yep.
I guess up by them
I
somewhere?
think Bill's doing the Sicilian flu. I think he's really playing this up.
Yeah, he was shuffling in his sneakers.
Oh, he's got some stuff to say with that one.
Nobody goes after him.
No.
Think about it. Or
Well,
her.
the Supreme Court with the immunity claims is going to be very, very difficult for people to.
Nobody talks about him with Epstein and all that. All his visits that were documented. Who knows how many weren't
Oh, my
documented?
God.
But nobody's ever. And that's the problem with the Republicans. They should have been on that one
Yep.
day and night, nonstop. Warn
What
people
about
out
Virginia
from it.
Giuffre? Not a
Well.
mention of what happened to her. I was talking to somebody the other day, and they said, "Well, you know, she did such and such." I said, "No, they never."
We just know the story we were told is not the true story.
Self-harm, and that was it.
There were no questions.
They Epsteined her. Come on, for the love
Her
of God.
parents.
What are we, stupid?
Her kids.
And
Nothing.
nobody cares. All the people who talked about her, nobody cares. Nobody cares. They use you. And by the way, Diddy, be careful. Diddy, be careful.
Diddy will get his someday.
Diddy's going to come out. He's going to say, "You've abandoned me. I deserve more. I'm a star." No, you're not. You're nothing. Some people say that Comey and others did this to hide a lot of the files. The Epstein, I don't know this particular theory, but they did it in a way to hide or.
This is those.
Oh,
Those.
those damn ducks.
They're after a pigeon. I don't know. They travel in a pack. Look at them.
That's some.
They always stay together.
So do we. In any event, that's about it.
A lot going on.
Don't forget to follow Mrs. L at Linds Warriors.
Always. Linds Warriors on YouTube. Come on, everybody.
Yep. And Linds Warriors on X.
You know, it's not popular what I talk about, but
You know
we
what's
must.
happening in 4 days, don't you? Guess whose birthday it is? Oh, yeah.
My husband's.
Oh, yeah. And I expect there to be parades,
There will
banners,
be. There will be.
fireworks,
Fireworks. Pots and pans.
pots and pans. I expect the president to issue some kind of proclamation, name a day after me. Anyway, that's coming up, so I don't want to jump the gun. In any event, let me just tell you something. We appreciate you fine people.
So much.
You're like family to us. A weird family.
Not
But
weird.
We love you. Well,
Family. Sharing thoughts. Here we are in New York, sitting here with ducks and pigeons, and
we've been together
people
for
are
a
all,
long time.
Oh, yeah. And people are all over the country or other countries watching us.
Yep.
I think it's an amazing thing, the internet, leveraging it
Oh.
for good and bringing communities together and expressing
And
thought
I think
and
we have
ideas.
the best group of people because a lot of these folks, let's face it, they're good, but when they do a live, they don't even acknowledge anybody. If we acknowledge you, I'm sorry I can't do it today because I can't read the comments.
I can't even see that at all.
I can't see it.
I can't see if I'm looking in the right direction. I can't see a comment. It's sun glare.
But anyway, so that's it. In any event, we thank you. Let's see what this says. This is Trump knee-high socks. What is that Trump knee-high socks? What does that mean?
What he's wearing? I think he's wearing compression hose.
Of course he does.
Good for him. I hope he
looks like
does.
he has a very simple thing of bilateral.
A lot of people have that.
Duplex venous reflux, which is a very common thing.
Start
Where-
looking at people's ankles, especially
We're
men.
We're in the. I told you I had a test for that the other day. I don't have it, but I had that Russian woman grab my calf.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. But the thing is, the blood goes up, and then just like acid reflux, where it curves back up, it goes up, but then it goes back down again because the little valve, so to speak, the little gate is could be a thrombus, could be deep vein thrombosis, whatever. Anyway, you get this Doppler, this sonogram done. And I had this Russian woman, she says, now I'm going to grab your calf. I said, okay, gastrocnemius. She had a grip on her. And then she takes that wand, she put it up into my crotch with that cold,
What?
Look at this, it was like early in the
You
morning.
got molested?
Cold gel.
What do you mean if you're crotch?
And then up like into where the crook of your leg and your inguinal area.
Oh, like the inside of the
Yeah.
thigh.
Right there, inside, right there where the
I should have
curve,
gone with
the
you for
juncture.
protection. I
mean,
don't
she's
know.
just digging this thing, grabbing my legs. I'm like,
I don't like the
God.
way this sounds.
But it came out. But anyway, especially if you're older. And by the way, if you're just
Well, he's got doctors.
compression socks.
He's
are
wearing
great.
compressions,
If
it
you're
looks
on
like.
your feet, if you're a waiter.
Look at his
wait-
schedule he keeps. I'm not kidding. He comes home
Right.
2, 3, 4 in the morning on the airplanes. I don't care if you rest on
Do
an
me a favor,
airplane.
don't point out every little thing he does. He might say something wrong. He's almost 80 years old. Almost 80 years
His
old.
mind is solid. When I
Absolutely.
listen to him speak, I mean,
What he did with the whole Zelensky thing was fantastic. Didn't do anything.
well,
They got back on the
that's
plane and
another
said, "What
program.
the f- was
Look,
that all
he
about?"
wants a Nobel Peace Prize that Hillary Clinton's
Nobo?
gonna no,
No, that's a Nobu. That's a sushi place.
Nobel.
Want to walk over there with that little...
He's putting on a show. He wants his Nobel Peace Prize, and knowing him, he'll get it.
Want to walk
Okay.
over there to the...
Yes, that
just
new,
walk over there.
that
This is
new.
nice. Hang on.
Okay, let me take this out of my ear.
There we go. Isn't that fun? Isn't she delicious, huh? Got a lot of Japanese folks here. Where are them geese? A while back, remember when they had those border collies? They had these border collies that they would let loose and they would scare the geese away. And then I don't know what the hell happened to them.
Still bringing in the goats into your grass.
Yes, the goats. That's a very nice thing. Somebody actually reading a book. I'm sorry, Sparky. I wish I could read your comments. I see it. It's a very evanescent piece. And then it's, this is, you remember reading the story about this bottle? I've shown you this bottle before. But this, didn't we read a piece? Didn't I send it to you? This artist. It's like, what the hell is this thing? Yes, I mean, it's okay.
I guess they don't do kayaking here as close, I guess. Just do the kayaking.
That's one thing you have been really pressing me to kayak.
Well, in the event we have to get out of here, in case of an emergency, we got to kayak.
Mrs. L
over
has
to
this
Jersey.
idea that we're going to
We have
swim
to.
across to,
Jersey, get out.
I don't know about that.
I think they moved the kayaking down.
Could be,
Down
could
towards
be.
some of- I saw it last time we walked by.
There's Look Cinemas over here.
Yeah.
This is a great little theater. It used to be better shows, but you eat in your food, you're eating your seat. They have big plush seats, and they come and they bring your stuff, and it's really, that's 57th Street right there. 57th, the end of 57th, right there at the terminus. 57th and West Side. I call it West Side Highway. Call it. Remember the guy we talked on WABC the other night who did toilets?
Yes.
One of the most fascinating pieces on portable toilets.
I thought the milkman was interesting too.
The milkman was
I did not know
fascinating.
we still had those kind of milkmen.
If you're not listening to me on WABC, we have a fellow who lives underground in Las Vegas. He's homeless. He is brilliant.
He's very intelligent.
His partner or his wife or lady friend, wife died of fentanyl or whatever. It's very sad. Look at this. This is the West Side Highway. This is called the Joe DiMaggio Highway that nobody refers to as the Joe DiMaggio Highway. Now this is very nice. We always get a kick out of this. How much do you think those boulders? How do you explain the pyramids? I am unable to speak without any degree of hesitancy over how that amazes me. The quarry, to quarry those boulders, they're like 200-300 miles away. How did they do this? Imagine if this were tried to be done today. I love this. I love when kids run.
Oh, look at this great playground.
Great playground. Look at this.
Sprinklers going. The kids can run through the sprinklers.
Oh, look at this. See the sprinklers?
Kids can run through.
Kids love it. That's so cute. Cute.
That's a cute playground.
It's very important.
Is this a water park?
I love to see kids play and run and talk and communicate and socialize and negotiate and not just sit in front of their, whatever you want to call it. Or the kayaks over there. They look like they're up for the day.
There's nobody.
Remember the all ages slide? Last time I went down the slide, honey, remember that?
That's just a field. Yeah, but we're not doing that slide again.
Went down the slide and almost wiped out.
Yeah.
My sister, who's a shut-in, got a big kick out of that. I wonder if she's listening. Bless her heart. Prunella. Imagine being stuck with that name. This is a nice little,
It's a field.
it's a field for soccer and the like. Kids, yes indeed. The older I get, my friends, as I will be in 4 days, remember that, mark your calendar, 4 days. I expect parades. Anyway, the older I get, the more I realize that stuff that we took for granted is so critical for the development of kids. Look at these little pergolas, as they say. People walking away from the hustle and bustle, just parking themselves. Completely free, no admission, no cost, no nothing. Where do you want to go? Over here? We're going to go up. Feel that heat? Can you feel that?
It's hot.
It's hot as hell. Want to head back? What do you want to do?
Yeah.
Or go to the end? It's up to you.
Yeah, go to the end and give a
We'll go to
shot
the end.
downtown. Staying over by the shade.
There's a sound, the sound of salsa. Salsa to me is one song they keep playing over. Oh, picnic. Isn't that cute?
Those are the sun decks up there. Look.
Ah, the sun decks, honey. See them?
That's no good.
The sun decks, huh?
That's no good. Look how hot that is.
Very hot. Look at this guy. I love that. There's a very huge,
Look how small the Empire State Building looks now.
yes.
So big to me as a kid.
Can you see the Empire State Building right straight ahead? Straight ahead.
So small because those buildings. Look at
Yes,
this yard
yes.
is really.
So small. Remember, the Empire State Building was hit by a plane.
These influencers posing for.
That's all I will say. Where's influencers? Where?
Here on the left. How can you miss
Where's an influencer? Well, I'm an influencer. You know what? I like that though. It's kind of a do-it-yourself thing. Anything that cuts into the usual.
Do it yourself type.
Yeah, but I'm saying anything that cuts into that usual Vogue magazine crap. I like that. I like do-it-yourself. I like DIY, baby. Are we having fun? We've dropped the numbers by half. I don't blame you. People have stuff to do.
But there's 100 people.
Huh?
100 people.
163. It was about 200, 300 at one point. What are you going to do? This is the very tip.
We'll head back.
I cannot fall asleep in public. I can't. First of all, it's on. Yes, yes, indeed. Now look at this. This is a garbage. I don't know what this is. I think it's sanitation something or other. These are like either garbage scows or barges of some sort. Because up here, check out that design. Up here in 56 is the sanitation. Yeah. See all those buildings up here? All of these were Trump buildings. Trump this, Trump that, and the owners were so stupid. They insisted that Trump take his name down, and I think it would have affected the value of it. That was when TDS was absolutely at its height. Not height, height.
You can see the bridge. I don't know if you can see it on the camera.
George Washington Bridge. Can you see this? Way, way, way in the background. Isn't that something?
That used to be, I mean, when I was a kid, all swampland on that
Oh,
side
yeah.
of the Hudson, New Jersey. Look at it now. It's all apartment buildings, all built up. As it should be. I mean, it's water property.
Incredible, is it not? Anyway, want to head back?
I do.
All right, my friends, let's do this. Let me just make sure we say hello, goodbye.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Yes, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for following Linds Warriors. Subscribe, support Linds Warriors both on X or Twitter and YouTube.
Really on YouTube.
Don't forget to subscribe to Lionel Nation and Lionel Legal as well. I can't even see anybody. I can't. Okay, there we go. In any event, have a great and glorious day, my friends. Thank you so much. We love you.
Love you too.
And we love you too, because you're our family. And don't
Love you.
All right, my friends, don't forget. Oop, there we go. Oh, that's right. I was just seeing my reflection off of the.
I can't see anything. I'm just
Anyway,
following along here.
I'm delirious. Have a great and glorious day. Don't forget the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue ya. Da da.